All right, baby, it's Trillin' finna be with your boy DJ Lex, and man, it's another edition of that Respect to DJ, and this dude right here, this is the nigga right here, man. My boy DJ Eazy is in the motherfucking building. What's good with you, bro?
Man, you that nigga, man.
Nah, man, nah. Look, I'm sitting at the crib watching you do your thing, man. Every time I see Legacy, and it look like a madhouse outside, bro, that give me Shakers vibes. I love the way y'all get down over there, bro. That shit crazy. Yeah. But y'all, you've been doing a lot of shit. I want to start at the beginning because we need to get to know, what's your real name? Arnell. We want to get to know Arnell and how Arnell turned into Eazy, man. So give us your upbringing, where you from, how you came up, what school you went to, shit like that. Give us the history.
I came from New Orleans, man. I always been around music, bro. I went to Edna Carr in New Orleans. I graduated from Edna Carr. I graduated in 2014. I went to Edna Carr. I played snare drum. I was a session leader. Then from learning there, I started playing in churches. My grandma always kept me in the church and stuff, so I started playing Joseph in churches. I started getting like two different churches on Sunday. So I just always found a way through music to just, do my thing, bro. But really just all been a blessing. Chill out. It's all been a blessing because it's like I ain't expect it to be like how I'm DJing now. This is for fun. This was nothing I was taking for serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's really how I do.
So you started DJing in New Orleans?
No, I actually started DJing, well, for family, but I ain't really start getting booked and start taking it, like getting paid till I got to Lafayette here.
Okay, so what year is that? Like what year you finally touched down?
2015, 26. Yeah, about 2015, 26.
So what's happening in Lafayette at that time? 2015, I think I'm pretty still active. I think Shakers just...
That's when Big was still just right there. Shakers was still right there. I never been inside Shakers, but I always would hear about it. But I always was going to Big. That's when my pilots was going. You know what I'm saying? So we couldn't really get in Shakers. You know what I'm saying? They always tell me this is like just the other type of, they more turned over there. They ain't your kind. We was college students. We wouldn't worry about it.
Right. I promise. Hey, I promise you, my nigga, y'all would have loved it, bro. Because it was, Shakers was kind of more like.
I had a pool in the club. I'm like, man, I want to go. What the fuck all that?
Oh yeah, we gonna start off.
But college students, we ain't got all that money, bro. We ain't paying $20. We paying $5. You know how they go. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mind you, we had that pool in the club during the winter months. I don't know what the fuck we was on. Yeah, we was just tripping. We was just doing shit. You feel me? But okay, so Club Bed was the spot you was running through. At that time, were you like getting connections? Were you finding out who's who?
Yeah, I was just learning really. I ain't even had no social media, bro. I ain't had no social media at all until I came to college, boy. Like, they had something happen to me where I went viral. Where I had messed with some chick, bro. And me and her ain't got into it. She had posted messing up my room. She raided with my skateboard and all of that. So that's how I got known as E before all this DJ and shit. So once I made a social media, I went to the club. Look, it's the thing. I went to the club. I got to the club. Nigga like, who is you? You E, huh? I ain't had no social media. But looked at me and said, man, throw a party with me. You know what I'm saying? Be a promoter. That's why I started making social media, started getting involved in promoting shit. I started DJing in my apartment, bro. I started throwing kickbacks.
Okay,
posting flyers. People started coming. They started getting packed. And then they called me in the club, and it just was up and up.
Now, once you in the club, what year is it? Is it still 2015?
That's about another year and two, about 2016, 17.
Okay, all right. And what was that first gig like for you?
Shit, I was scared, bro. I think it was a Saturday night. The really be real. The one I really remember is a Saturday night special, bro. One night, I don't remember one of those. I was me, Shad Smooth, and I was also coming up. Shad was another dude I was looking up to besides you. You know what I'm saying? I was learning. Okay, he used to come through. Stay in the DJ booth just watching. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Watching and stuff. So it's like he was DJing and most of it was done. So it was my turn to get on, and just like everything went away once I got on. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that for me though, especially with big crowds and stuff. Like I DJ Louisiana Fest before, like a couple of times.
Okay.
And I'm always kind of like with big crowds. I be scared, but once I get up there, boy, it just go away. I just go into a whole
you
know, kind of
You know it's like something turn on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So now you getting your buzz. You finally got your first show. When do you start to find your style? Because you have a very different signature style that I'm gonna speak on.
I started making mixes. I started messing with SoundCloud, DJing, being in the room. Just started trying to. Once I started finding I could make money from it, I started really trying to make it into something else. I started trying to always develop my own way of doing things.
Right.
Always, because I feel like even when I wasn't going to end the class, I became session leader off a Snapchat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I always find ways to just cheat and just do things a way that nobody gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So when I got into the DJ thing, I took my time once I found out when I could make some money off it, so I started developing another way to do it. So nigga hear me doing it, and I'm like, okay. So SoundCloud, I started making mixes for hours, started posting on SoundCloud. People started telling me, you sound like a beat, you don't sound like a mix no more. You know
right.
So I'm start thinking like, okay, maybe it sound like some other, you know what I'm saying? Or start really taking it serious, you know what I'm saying? So
at the time you come into Lafayette, because I remember there was a moment where bounce wasn't so prominent. Like it probably was prominent with the college crowd, but that's because a lot of the girls were from New Orleans that came with that. You know, they brought the music to UL, right? But once the bounce starts to take off again, because I can't quite tell you which record it was. It might have been Reedy. It was somebody that really like kicked that shit back off in Lafayette. And the bounce starts to come in. Were you always like, was bounce always a part of your set? Were you always putting bounce in your set, or
I was always the one, like, it's crazy too. Like, I was always like, I was around other DJs from New Orleans. They'll play like now, like RBD was one of the ones I would hear. He'll play a lot of bounce. You know what I'm saying? I was always the one like, I don't want to hear that.
Right.
But I also like a DJ have to be like crowd pleasing. So I had to learn to start playing that. I didn't want to play that. So I had to do another thing. I didn't know what that was till I came to Lafayette.
Yeah.
So I have to learn that and play it for y'all and mix it for y'all to, for me to sound like y'all want to sound. I can't always be about me, but I don't like that, bro. I listen to that, bro.
Yeah, the bounce had its ups and downs in Lafayette. I remember when it was real, like, piping hot. Yeah, Sissy Nova and all them doing their shit. It's like in the early 04, 05, 06, 07. You know, that's where that shit was happening there. But then it kind of took it went downhill for a while, and then like really hit the scene with that record. I can't remember what the record was, but something about eating groceries or some shit. And when that bitch popped off, all the other shit started to come right back. So I noticed, like, when I hear about you, that's you don't just play for the niggas, you play for the too. Like you really had him turned up. I be seeing that on what's your boy Purple Label? Is it Purple Label? Yeah, that nigga got the dopest videos in the motherfucking world, man. That nigga. And that's another thing too.
Like, he the only one I know could get that close to females and record them, bro. And
and they ain't tripping about it. Right. Like, I love that entire team y'all got over there with you, Noel, and him. And I don't watch y'all kind of grow together, because that's something you want to hold on to. Anybody you coming into the game with and it's solid business, keep that shit tight. You know what I'm saying? And I love that y'all do that.
That's a big thing between me and him. Like, I don't care what other people be like, be on, bro. Like, long as it's solid with business, bro. That's the biggest thing I care about. I don't care about all the other stuff, bro.
Oh, Noel, the outlaw. He an outlaw. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? That nigga gonna get it. Like, and then another thing too, like, y'all crowd is very young. And what a lot of people don't know is, if you a promoter or a team of promoters and you fucking with a younger crowd, well, over time, that younger crowd gonna be older. And that's my guy. I'm fucking with them. So whatever they got going on, I'm gonna continue to go to that shit. Before you know it, now you done took over all age groups, because you still catering to a crowd that want to party, have fun, turn up. Do y'all have a lot of incidents at y'all shit? Because that's another thing that you gotta.
I try to always protect that, bro, as much as I can. Cause I know music plays a big part, but you can't protect everything from happening.
Right.
But I'm gonna say a good majority of the time, no, bro. Like, in some instances you can't really control, but majority of the time, no, bro. Like, even for me, when I know it's a big crowd, like, look, I be in Alabama, sometimes I DJ, I say, don't fight me. You fight me, I'm gonna cut the music, or I let it be known, because I don't want that atmosphere for me as a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he come here, he's gonna have a fight.
I'm gonna give you a point. I used to do this in Shakers. If they fought, we play gospel. Yeah. I know it sounds crazy.
I've joked about it, bro. I've joked about it, but like, on some G stuff, like, some G stuff, but I would drop some Kirk Franklin. Y'all got
yeah.
Look,
Never Would Have Made It was like the hottest gospel record at the time, and niggas could not believe it. The entire club started singing that song after the fight. They just brought everybody back down to reality. Like, what we tripping on? Like, it's liquor, it's ass, and it's all types of shit. What we tripping on? Yeah, but you got some niggas, man. I don't know what's going on in the streets right now. It's worse than it was, but I would advise anybody that got beef with niggas, stay home, bro. Cause you bringing problems to people that don't even know what the fuck going on, and they getting caught up in the middle of that shit. I seen a party. It was a family day in Georgia, and like a bunch of innocent people got towed up. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just went through that bitch spraying and shot kids. Family, mamas, grandmothers, and shit like that. And it's like, I don't know what's happening in the streets these days, bro. You brought up the music about the fights, but do you feel like the music today is kind of like directly responsible for the turn up in the streets, or you feel like that's totally separate?
Nah, it's totally separate. I mean, music is music. Music always make you feel something. It can't make you do something. It's a feeling,
Right.
So it might give you a vibe in the club, make you reflect it. I see that, place set it off. Niggas see niggas gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
You're not making a dude telling the song not telling you fight. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. And you're right. I've seen niggas get their ass beat on Maze and Frankie Beverly before I let go. So if it's on a nigga mind and it's supposed to go down, nigga say, fuck it. Y'all two-step, I'm about to whoop this nigga ass. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the fuck playing. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about y'all promotions team. Give me like a broad number. How many of y'all is it that's really pushing this movement you and Noel got going?
I mean, to be honest, bro, I don't really do teams. Because I feel like I want everybody to feel welcome. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Noel kind of is an everybody invite type thing. We have hosts for certain events. Certain people get it free, but for us a team. Okay. I don't really. But
what about? I'm talking about like supporters, people that always post y'all flyers, that type of thing.
Yeah, we got number one people. You know what I'm saying? That always gonna post no matter what. We don't have to ask you just behind us 100%. But it's like I know Noel probably don't need that. I don't really ask for nobody to be like,
right.
If your own vibe, or if your own energy, we serve positive energy. We serve the same. You automatically mess with us. So there's no way to force it.
Well, that's beautiful. Then that's organic. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really get to that level. And another thing, too, people got to enjoy themselves at these events. Because I always say this all the time. You could be the most popular nigga, most popping person, and 1,000 people come to your shit. Yeah, it's packed, but are they having a good time? Are they turned up? Every time I see y'all videos, some of them girls got to go back and get that hair reinstalled that Monday. Because they done turned up with them boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really be having motherfuckers through the roof.
Yeah, bro. And like that's the style I try to always create. Like I don't try to create a style where it's like, I mean, for certain crowds, I know particularly for our crowd, I want y'all to be like, man, I had a blast over there, man.
Right.
But I even getting drunk. You could be sober too.
Right.
You still have a blast over there. So if the energy in the crowd, you can't help but to just move around. Everybody else bouncing around. So I try to create the energy for somebody so you feel like a rush and you get addicted to it. You keep coming back. And not like going to that event, you know what I'm saying? Not competition type thing, but just like, I feel like that's the type of energy I want to curate as a DJ.
Yeah. What was the first event that you knew you just rocked that bitch? Like you walked away from that motherfucker feeling like Jada Kiss that night when he killed the boys in Harlem.
I had a party, bro, one time at the district, bro. I had the district one time. I went to district, got to a back to school party, bro.
Okay.
I'm DJing. It's about 11:30. About to get on. It's about to be around 12, so it's packed. And about a good over 1,000 people in there. My laptop fell off the top of the thing, bro.
Oh shit!
So I walked off. Man, what to do? I got the girl DJ up there, but she not really. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't seasoned yet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to warm up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to support her. So I start going in the back. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. My pilot's like, boy, your laptop broke. It ain't coming back on. I said, but what we about to do?
Right.
Bro, I went up there. Hopped on the girl stuff, started DJing off her stuff.
Okay.
I don't know none of her music. I ain't know nothing. I was telling her, like, type this and play that. You got this song, play that. Got this song, I'm gonna play that.
Right.
But it's just like, man, it packed.
Now talk to me about that. Talk to me more about that, because basically what you had to do was problem solve. And we've all been there. I could give you a quick story about me. This is back in the day when we playing on CDs, nigga. You got the CDJs. Matter of fact, I had the Serato shit. Same issue. Computer went out. Wouldn't come back on. I had a case. You remember them little black cases we used to carry with a zip on it? You know, just something you rolled to. Might have had a couple of records on there that you could fuck with in the clubs. Just stuff you like to listen to or whatever. Nigga, I DJ'd a whole 3 hours off of that fucking case. And nobody knew the difference. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what you got to do. So, okay, you problem solving. Not only that, you got to pick the right records to keep the mood right.
Then it was time. I played Swag Surf. Sometimes I never played. Like, I'm like, try it. Swag Surf went down. I'm like, man, all right. So that's why I started really learning and started seeing, man, I ain't just know. I think I got a gift. So that shit crazy on some shit. I started just learning all these things, developing all these ways. In a way, you just hop on somebody else's stuff, just get on, just go.
Do you go to anybody for inspiration? Like, do you listen to anybody that inspire you to be like, oh shit, I need to try that?
My favorite artist is Future. I like Future because his music is very like uplifting to me. It's like, even though he's gone through, everybody know he went through shit with CO, but he's very like determined. He always got a goal, I feel like, in his music. That's kind of how I am. Always look different goals. I don't have never just one thing I'm trying to do.
Right.
I'm always at different lanes in my mind, different lanes I'm trying to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Future is one, but I meant more like DJs, you know what I'm saying?
Metro Boom is another one for me, for sound-wise. DJ-wise, bro, to be honest, you, bro, like, you, bro, like, for as I've been out here, I have heard your name. Like, every time I talk to somebody, it's always you. And I always, always trying to follow behind who was that nigga. And I know in times you was that nigga. So it just,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just respect. So it's just like, that's just what it is, bro. I mean, nigga, other guy like DJs, Cali, but to be honest, nah, bro. Like, just to be real, it'll be you, bro. Cause I don't even,
What did you hear out of me that was like, damn, this nigga cold? Like, what was it, the MCing and the DJing part, or was it like, what kind of caught your attention?
In your own, you had a, like you spoke on me to where it's like you have your own sound. You have your own sound with you. You even have your own song with you. Your own voice. You hear your voice. If you call my phone today, I'm like, this man sounds just like the fucking song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So certain things you just can't, you just have. It's a gift. So,
I look at the way you came into Lafayette. I'm not going to say it's exactly the way I came in, but, I'm not from Lafayette. I'm from Lake Charles, right? So everything I did in Lake Charles was kind of like, that was me in radio, the club, all that shit. I started in radio when I was like 14 years old. So I already knew how to kind of carry myself just based off of what I did in Lake Charles. I moved to Lafayette in like 2004. You got DJ Dovey D. You got DJ Chill. You know what I'm saying? These niggas have been here for years. So the market is 1,000% familiar with them. And Lafayette is the type of market, man, they don't necessarily fuck with you unless the city fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be from out of town and they might give you, show you some love, but it ain't instant, right? So let me tell you what I did. Man, I need to find out what's up with this town. Nigga, we went to every club, trail ride, all that shit, just so I could get some game as to like what this market was on. Because, your home, like I know, New Orleans and Lafayette ain't the same. Parts of it is similar. You know what I'm saying? Good cooking, beautiful women. You know what I mean? They love to party. Right? But it ain't exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? So some of the stuff you might have did back home, you couldn't really necessarily bring to Lafayette. You know what I'm saying? Right away. Once they got to know me and I knew them, it was on and popping after that. You know what I'm saying? I want to say the first Club Rain, which is Shakers, that was the first name of it, was one of the first spots that I worked at. But even then, they wouldn't give me a shot behind the tables. I was more like the fill-in. You know what I'm saying? And then one day, I'm doing some shit with the AKAs for their step show. And they was like, you gonna DJ our party one day. Cause they could see I was real good with music and production and shit like that. Did they party on a Saturday night? Now, mind you, there is no popping Saturday night at this time. Okay, everything is on Thursdays and I want to say Friday. And I DJ'd that AKA party on a Saturday. And Club Rain / Shakers was popping every Saturday after that. that was my night. And that's how that shit turned into what it turned into. So when you hit the scene, I kept hearing your name. Everybody, man, they got this little dude named Eazy, man. He be going hard, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And then you hear from one nigga, then another nigga. And then I started doing these interviews. And whenever I'd ask somebody, like, who's the nigga that's really like, cutting up? They'll say Rocky, but they got this nigga named Eazy. And when they talk about you, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it's like this nigga Eazy is a motherfucker. And I want to say I saw you play one time. Didn't we see each other somewhere?
Yeah.
Might have been a district, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That was when it was me, you, Rocky, and it was a lot of us up there that night.
Yeah.
But ever since then, and then when I started hearing, I said, I got to get an interview with that nigga, bro. That nigga is on fire. And I seen what you was doing with Noel.
Bro, like, oh, shit, bro. Like,
yeah. When I see you and Noel get together and what y'all was doing, I'm like, oh, I like this shit. Like, and I call him the outlaw because Jason Rubino, who was the owner of Shakers, that motherfucker was an outlaw. Like, that nigga did not give a fuck. And he was going to get it how he was going to get it. And if a fight came with that, he was with that too. You know what I'm saying? He was thrown. So when I see Noel, it's like I see the determination and the conviction in the way he move and the way he do his shit. He passionate, nigga. It ain't it ain't that many you find. Like, it ain't about the clout with him. I don't think. I feel like it's the work, and it's like he put in the work. And he want to reap the benefits. You dig what I'm saying? He ain't gonna, he could fail 1,000,000 times, but each time gonna make him even better every time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I respect about that shit. Like, that nigga ain't never gave up.
I told him when I met him, bro, like when he was at Legacy, when I first seen him on the internet or whatever, I said, you pop out because your energy. You pop out in front of this club. Hey, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing that. They just posting
That nigga delivery is different, dog. Like, he
you can't help but to be like, man, fuck with him. He determined, man. I'm about to go to that bitch.
But I'm proud of y'all, bro. Real talk. Y'all done created something that I feel like is gonna last for a long time in the market. And again, when you dealing with youngsters, I'm gonna just let this be a lesson to everybody that's trying to get in this game. If you promoting 2 youngsters and the youngsters grow up, trust me, they gonna follow you everywhere you go throughout their adult life until they just decide to, chill out and stop going out. You did the Freaknik party. And a lot of people done tried that shit. And I ain't never got the Freaknik vibe, but when I seen y'all videos, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. That's that shit.
That's what I be saying. I try to always, like, especially when I have themes. The only time I ever try to set a playlist, I ever try to set like a vibe. So I'm about to say,
okay. So you even come with it with the music.
Yeah, like when I have certain type of themes, like that's why I have a big place I can DJ for a different crowd. Like I DJ 2000s parties, R&B parties, a lot of swing out too, just from DJing from older crowds. You know what I'm saying? Being at Bliss, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. I've DJed for Sold Out Says before too, so learning DJ for Sold Out Says, I learned Mo City Don. I never heard none of these people till I came and learned. Right. Just been around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know something about that? I'm glad you brought that up because I know a few of my partners did a party and they brought somebody in and it didn't work. They brought somebody in from like Texas or something like that, and it didn't work. And leading up to that party, I kept telling him, I'm like, there's a good chance he may not know the records for the market. And Mo City Don, to most people, let's say somebody's coming from Atlanta and they coming to DJ out here, they are not gonna know that record. They're not gonna even understand how serious that record is. Just like you brought up Zydeco. There's some Zydeco records that you could play in a hip hop club that's gonna turn that bitch through the roof. Motherfucker, surprised you even running that bitch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of out-of-towners, if you're not down here in the trenches with us, you'll never know how important these records are. Name a record that you playing that's old as shit that'll never die. You gotta play it every night.
Going back, by I forgot what that song about. I got this lady. That's a song, son. It's a Zydeco swing out song.
Okay, I think that might be. That's not Chris.
I think it is. Going back,
okay. Rap wise, what's a record that's like Louisiana homegrown? I know Set It Off is one of them. Name another record that's like super throwback and you like, damn, nigga still rocking in this bitch to this day.
Some gangster stuff? You talking about?
It's just some shit that's gonna, it's old as shit. Half the motherfuckers that singing it probably wasn't even born. You know what I mean?
Shit, they got a couple. They got that I Got That by Webby.
Okay.
They got that Fresh by Boosie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those songs still run to this day. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of songs, bro, to keep it a stay.
Go-to record, if the power shut off and it come back on, you got to come with a banger. What you grabbing?
Well, I'm going to 808 for one. I'm going to 808. I'm about to start singing Tear It Down or something. I ain't about to play somebody.
You gonna sample? You gonna hit that sampler?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know another good record for shit like that? And we gonna tear this motherfucker down. That's another one. I'm on that lick. Yeah. Bounce wise, because you got to hip us old niggas to this shit. We don't know where y'all getting this music from, bro. Number one. Because bounce artists do not service records.
Yeah, SoundCloud. Ain't on YouTube. Don't go on YouTube. Not on YouTube.
Okay.
Always I found out I had to ask a girl, bro, like SoundCloud.
The girls be known.
SoundCloud. Yeah, the girls are going SoundCloud. If SoundCloud playlists with all these bounce songs on there. One time I got sent a whole playlist like SoundCloud, bro.
Oh, you going to
take
put me on game?
SoundCloud. It's like you take them off YouTube, you copy it, and take it off SoundCloud. You got
and they put it up on there. Okay. Yeah. Damn, I never knew that. Okay, so SoundCloud is where the bounce at. Bounce artists that's really like killing shit. Like when you put that record on, it's the hottest bounce record of the night. What song would that be?
Shit, right now. Shit, recently, I know right now, Kino one of my favorites. I got Kino right now coming up July for a party. Okay. But another one I like right now, Showboy CJ.
Bopping. That shit?
Yeah, that shit right there right now, boy.
What is called something on your head, part 2 or something like that?
Oh, like, yeah. It's cool, son. I had to text that boy, I gave that boy for his price and everything. I swear to God.
Oh, yeah. Hey, he amazing too, bro, because he the only nigga I know can promote some shit the day of.
Yeah.
I'm talking about address, location, today. We gonna be at the blah, 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 and that bitch stupid pack. That nigga's
don't have a lot of DJs I think the ones that could do that. Like he one of them that could really, block part, set up, pull up. Come on.
And then he cocky with it. He be challenging other niggas, man. I know y'all can't do that. Where y'all at? Where y'all gonna be at? Because they be having all kind of shit going on somewhere else, man. They shit don't be looking like Showboy CJ, man. That nigga be doing his thing. Have you played in BR? Have you played in Baton Rouge?
Yeah.
Name some spots that you like out there.
I've been to man, it's hard to even name them motherfucking spots, man. I went to what's the name of this spot, bro? But I got it on my phone, bro. I can't even take a name of the damn spot, bro.
Okay.
That shit was like a year ago. I went to another place out there. It got shut down now. It's like an outside place.
Okay.
It's like I've been there about three times.
Yeah. So you do a lot of traveling, playing? Like name some spots you done played at.
I mean, as far as other than last
towns.
For me DJing from Louisiana Fest for the rap I DJ for, I've been to Cali, Miami with him, from other cities DJing on tours and stuff with him.
Right.
But other than that, New Orleans I've been there a couple of times. Other than Louisiana Fest DJing too. Your
first time going back after you done got everything together, you solid, you seasoned. What was that like going back home and shutting whatever you did down?
I was a whole nother DJ. My confidence is way on another level. Like
Talk to me about that confidence though.
Because you say that though, because I got booked, I ended up getting booked. This is when I was getting real, real hot out. I knew, you know what I'm saying? So I went to New Orleans, I got booked. I had a 7'4" dude named, I think it was RBD or something. He got mad and wanted to fight, bro. So look, at the DJ before him.
RBD?
The DJ before him. It wasn't that bad, bro, but it was just like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the DJ before him, he didn't go to 12:30. He never heard me DJ before. You know what I'm saying? So
I know what you about to say. Okay, go ahead.
So I got on.
Yeah.
He even stood beside me about around 12 o'clock. He could stood beside me like just watching.
Like
he started talking that shit. He said, "Man, what you is, man? Fuck you is, little bitch." Yeah. You know, you say, little bitch, what the fuck you is, little bitch? You know what I'm saying?
He knew you wasn't no regular opener. You was like,
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. The only reason I had got on, cause my partner heard me laugh. Yeah, he knew how I was, but he not know this like you come in last year, you come to college party. This, you know what I'm saying? This is really where Eazy be at. This is really where he be at. So when I came in there and did that, he like, who the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying? So
he thinking he got set up like
It was a respect type thing. We went out in that bitch. I ain't gonna lie, we went at it. You know what I'm saying? respectful thing. You know what I'm saying? Till we see him to this day. Right now, you ride for 9 DJ. So
okay,
for me, even be on that type of level, he even felt like, you know what I'm saying? And that was 2 years ago, or maybe a year and a half ago. He was like, man. So I've been through like, all right.
That's what's up, dog. Let me ask you this, because I know they do this a lot. I want to say the most DJs I want to say I played with at one time, you know, during the night would be like me, Dobie, and Matches, right? You had me, Dobie, and Chill back in the day, and we was a problem. The three of us was like, nobody was fucking with us, the three of us too.
Still get on to this day and rock the show, bro.
Oh, yeah. Anytime, bro, anytime me and Chill do something together, it's like we ain't miss a beat, because me, Chill, and Dobie we fused together so well, and we worked as a team. And like, I've had issues where I'll go to a place and it's like me and a couple other people, and it's always that one nigga that don't want to get off. It's always that one nigga that just, you sit there looking at like the time, like, goddamn, nigga, we got 45 minutes. When you gonna let us on? Why do you think that happens like today? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it still goes on. I'm sure you've experienced it.
Yeah, but it's still happening because sometimes, dude, you gotta realize when you was that person coming up, you wanted that spotlight, you wanted that time, and you wanted to show these hot ass dudes. You know, how was you? So that's how I look at it. So I don't get mad, like, well, fuck.
I mean, but you know what? I came in the game trying to be the best, and I ain't ashamed to say it, the best sidekick ever. If it's me and you, in the spot, nigga, we about to kill this shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I hear where you going with something and I'm like, oh, if he run this though, run that. Yeah. I ain't even got to play it. We just running plays. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you might be thinking, while I'm playing, nigga, run this. Nigga, they ready for this shit. You run that, and then, now we both to learn something from each other. That's the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to look at it too. You want the people to enjoy themselves. It's not all about you. Everybody getting paid. Everybody getting paid at the end of the night. So you hogging the spot ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like you making it hard on yourself, because those bad relationships, that shit could come back around to where if somebody playing a party and they were like, what y'all think about so-and-so? Oh man, that nigga don't want to play all night. You don't want that type of reputation. So any young nigga any young nigga or old nigga that's DJing, man, anytime y'all in the booth, man, try to make that shit like some team, you know, one team type shit, because people gonna remember that, man, when Lex and Eazy was in the club, them niggas ripped that bitch off the, you know what I'm saying?
Right now, what I do, I always try to do with DJ Triller when I go to Alabama, we go three, I play three, you play three, play three, play three, play three. That's what I always try to do with DJs, but some DJs, you know, but it's playing 5. You know, you know what I'm saying? But that's really what I always try to do, bro. Because it's like, it's not about a competition. We really here to make these people lose their top, bro. Always know when they came around us two, they remember who the fuck us two is, nigga. About you and me, we'll win with us two. They battle each other. Remember one. You know what I'm saying? So, but you can't force things, bro. But I always try to do things together, bro. I feel like DJ would start doing events more together too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I like about you, bro. You in a position, where promoters can't control your destiny. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where DJs never tried to promote, and I'm a part of that era, because we just it was easier to just get booked. You know what I'm saying? Get your money, get the fuck on. But I like what you and Noel got going on, because it looked like y'all in this together. It don't look like it's him over you or you over him. It looked like y'all a team with this shit. And, you know, let's just say Noel say you want to hang it up. You don't want to do this shit no more. You know you can continue to go on, because you have learned from what he's taught you or what you've taught him to move on with this promotion shit, so you could write your own ticket. You ain't got to wait on nobody. That's what I love about what you got going on. You ain't just getting booked. You out here really putting on other events, you know what I'm saying, and getting that exposure out for yourself. So can't nobody really control your destiny in this market or any other market. You know what I'm saying?
I always try to encourage people to do that, but especially other people out here, like I had said, the girl DJ from my part at that time, the district, that time, she really knew what she was doing. But I always try to tell people, especially people that's coming up that's young, that's learning, don't let nobody death rule you. Don't let nobody tell you that you did. Don't let nobody make you come here and they paying you less, bro. They coming for you, like you in the South. You know what I'm saying? Once you develop a way, especially like I could, but you can too. Develop a way that you could do it way nobody could. It sound to as addicting. They like keep hearing you. They like you. They coming for you. So now you are two people Once you do that,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember what made me pick up the microphone. I'm in Lake Charles. The rapper ESG hear me DJing, and he's standing next to me and shit, like, and I'm talking that shit, but I ain't got the mic in my hand. That's how I play. You know what I'm saying? I'm MCing while
so you
I
be
play.
Up the DJ talking shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling. I gotta feel it too. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta feel it like they feeling it.
I'm probably up that bitch. Yeah.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it just keep me in the zone. It keep me like in the moment of the party, right?
Yeah.
And nigga say, hey, if you don't pick up that motherfucking microphone and say that shit, I said, man, they don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. Bro, that night, that was the night that I realized, I got something different. You know what I'm saying? Because the crowd was reacting to what I was saying. Yeah. And like after that night, bro, that song don't even sound the same to me no more, my dog. I swear to God, I hear you every time that song come on. And it's like, damn. So I knew I had something. When I came to Club Rain and I did that for the first time, bro, it was like that Lord shit. That's my grandmother. That's what you hear. That's how she used to jam the music. You know what I'm saying? She say that Lord over that good old whatever she was listening to. And that's where all that came from. So my style was more like a ratchet deacon if he was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is co-signing what they saying in the record. So if I say like Boosie, we started off in the back, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, I'll say something to him and then he'll finish it. And before you know it, the crowd then got used to the way that sounds to where those little ad-libs in between those records just make it turn it into something else. Your style in DJing, I call you like bro, you play like a nigga that got a pee. You go through them records so fast. I say, man, my boy don't even let a second verse come in. But it worked for you. Like it really do work for you and it keep the energy level high. When did you realize that was like your style and how you wanted to play?
I mean, I do have a thing to where I do create a rush at certain times of the night to where I do play like that. But I do have times where I do slow and I let it, But once I feel the crowd moving a certain way, like I move off energy in the room, bro. Like I don't have a set playlist, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I go in there, I watch. Like if I see a auntie over there, auntie might hear a Jew. But I see a cousin over there, she might want to hear bounce that ass. I'm about to mix them. Right. So I'm saying? So it's like I always balance it on who in here. And but if it's like a crowd that's slow, I'm gonna mix slow. If y'all coming with it, I'm gonna mix fast.
How do you keep the street niggas happy? Because they don't want to hear none of that other shit. You know what they want to hear. Yeah. How do you keep them on the flow?
Once I do get into their flow, I keep it on their neck. Once I drop preach, I drop. I came through, I'm dropping 3, 4, 5 back to back. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping y'all. Once I'm gonna break off y'all, I kind of switch. I go to ladies, gangsters, aunties. I keep bouncing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't never try to stay in one lane.
Have you ever looked out the crowd and seen the street niggas fucking with the shit the girls on?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I ain't played up enough. Still tomorrow, like them songs.
Right.
Man.
That's how you know whoever that nigga is full of that shit, boy. Whatever he drinking on, he feeling it. He on the F and all that shit. I gotta ask you about a record, and I'm only asking you about it because I know people play it, but the reaction in the club. This Pound Town record it's got to be like the most throwed song of all time. Pound Town.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of it?
No.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Okay, now I'm sure you have to play it at certain events. When you play it, what does that feel like? Because I don't get it, man. I don't get how that record like that just blow up like that.
I mean, you gotta realize the city that's into where we playing at. She's a very, like, if you look at Sexy Reed, she's a very Lafayette type of vibe girl.
Oh, no doubt. She writes like, to the bone. I love her character.
She could very much come and hang out with us, bro. Like, she's very much she could be with our girls. Like, so that's why if you play the song, they gonna like it out here. Certain places could relate to it, and they gonna be like, yeah. Like, girls out here nasty, man. Come on, man.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
So,
yeah, bro. Sukiyana, y'all did that show yet?
Nah, but ain't got moved. Ain't get moved because she had an incident with her.
Oh, okay.
But we're not gonna do it yet.
Her as an artist though, because I'm sure her hottest record is Eating That Ass or some shit. What it's called?
Yeah, eating.
Okay. What are you?
I'm not really a fan of her neither, bro. Like, I ain't even listen to her to do to me. Say I want to book you for her. I heard of her, but look, that's the funny part. I went by my partner. I'm like, man, dude is calling to book me for this show. So I say, boy, who? Boss, I just watch her tonight. I see what you're talking about. He said, boy, she do porn. I said, what?
Yeah, she thought. Yeah, she really liked that. And you know what's crazy about it? She been in like one of the longest committed relationships. You know, like people don't know that. She like in a real committed relationship. She ain't. You know what I think it is with her? I feel like she's perfected a character, right?
I mean, yeah.
And that's what she's given to us. But I don't really think that's really, really like who she is. I think she's just trying to come up the best way she know how. Because at the beginning, you're right, she was doing. I don't know if it was OnlyFans or porn or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I know she was doing the comedy thing too.
Yeah.
You know, but the music, when I seen y'all had a show with her, then I got a call to do a commercial for a show that she had in Shreveport. And I'm like, oh shit, she's starting to pop with this record. But no, I always wanted to ask like DJs that's active when they gotta play these records that don't really, you know, it don't fit with your soul. It ain't something that you would go home and listen to. How can you play it? But you know, you're right. City Girls kind of got that same angle, except I think they're a little more seasoned than the other two girls. I feel like they got music that could pass over, because Act Up was one of the biggest records at one time, and it was on the same type of shit. Name some female rappers that you actually fuck with though.
Oh, off the whip, Nicki.
Okay.
Now you still could pay itty bitty piggy and y'all T and everybody else is bending over.
Yeah, Nicki to go. Nicki to go for real.
Yeah, other than Nicki, shit. I like Glorilla. Glorilla got a lot of hits just for females in general right now.
Yeah.
Bounce Wise, super bad.
Super bad. Let's talk about Super Bad for a second, bro, because son, she been growing on me. I you know, I gotta catch myself. I be on her page a little too long. Like Super Bad really doing her shit right now. And, hey, I remember them first couple of shows I seen her do, and she always came with it, nigga. Like she is unfiltered with the way she performs. You know what I'm saying? She got that shit. Treaty, another one I'm seeing starting to come up. You know, Bubba Treaty been doing it for a long time. Treaty with the face card is always good. Treaty always came with it on the bounce. What does that say with you being from New Orleans, that you're starting to see these bounce artists start to finally get that national look that was supposed to get a long time ago?
Man, that's why I always try to always book them, bro. Like, I love my city, bro. I love the music, bro. I know y'all love it out here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's something different out here. It's way different out here because New Orleans, we used to it. So y'all hear it out here. It's like, we get to see them. Y'all think they celebrities out here, but New Orleans, we see them every day. You know?
Yeah.
So when I bring them out here, always, I got their numbers. Like, I got Cold Brad number, I got Rita number, I got, you know, these people numbers, so I could just text some of these. It's good. You know what I'm saying? So it's love. They always show me love with their prices, but Super is the only one that with all that money, bro. Super won 10 bands, bro.
I ain't mad at her though, nigga, because when I look at her page, she in front of the biggest crowds. No doubt.
Respectful.
Yeah. So she worked hard for it. You know, I ain't mad at her. Mm-hmm. Yo, as far as what's your worst night in the club?
Worst night?
Worst night.
Ooh. Worst night.
Look, he done won so much. Y'all see that face? He done won so much, he can't even find the worst night.
I always trying to not make it bad, boy. I do whatever not for a nigga not to lead this bitch and be like, that shit was whack.
I had one one night like that.
Yeah, bro. But, I mean, one time I had this white crowd come through. Mm-hmm. I was at 425. It was, at the time, we went 425. It was the studio. This one was just opening up. And it had a crowd coming up. I ain't know what to play. And I played it was just starting. You know what I'm saying? But I played what I ended up playing, bro? I played Britney Spears. Then I played Party Like a Rock Star. And I played Party Like a Rock Star, it was over with, bro. The white push all the time, bro.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm surprised at that, because actually white people are easier to DJ for. But I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of records with them have a longer shelf life. Like, you ever notice records like Baby Got Back?
Yeah.
It's still like like it just came out with them. Or you play Usher, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Lil Jon. Nigga, they fucked them other niggas. Like when Usher come on, niggas throwing their plate down. Oh shit, they playing my shit. Like that's their shit. You know what I mean? But I'm surprised you had that experience. I wonder what type of white crowd was it? Was it college or?
They had on like they came from about mitzvah or something, bro. They had white black pants on. I ain't know what to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is different. That is different. Yeah. But the experience is you learn from that shit. I got a partner that's an open what they call that? Not open house. Open format DJ. And them type of niggas are dangerous. An open format DJ, like DJ Legend. You know DJ Legend?
Yeah, I hear him.
Open format. You could put him anywhere and he just know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you gotta learn reggaeton and that shit. You gotta learn reggae and whatever they into. And then you gotta learn the country music and this and that. And you gotta know what the shit is. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad motherfucker. Some of us, we kind of handicapped to our own world. You know what I'm saying? So like you going through that experience, I can understand like that would be like, it's kind of like a culture clash. You don't quite know them and they don't quite know you. So it's kind of trying to fill each other out. But open format, that would be something to practice just as a hobby. I ain't saying like, go out and start downloading country music, but as a hobby, for any time that you in those moments, like, I got this playlist over here. Let me see if they fucking with that. You know what I'm saying?
I had one other gig too. I had a DJ for some Africans. It's an Alpha Mat or something. I think they call it Alpha Mat.
Is that where they throw the money on the people?
They was throwing something, bro. But I ain't gonna get that close. I went trying to see what like there's all kind of shit going on in there, bro.
Yeah. Where this was?
Like, this was at the second floor, was downstairs at the time.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, those different cultures are different. I know the Africans like the birthday parties for the women. Yeah, nigga, it goes down.
They be drunk, boy. They be on that kind of drunk, bro.
That's all that run Houston right now is the Nigerians, man. The Nigerians out there running H-Town, boy.
They got this one song. They told me to play like 10 times that night. They told me to keep playing that song, boy. I was like, hey, he lit.
Yeah. Do you fuck with Afrobeat?
I mean, I had about 2 gigs like that forcefully. I mean, because I had a DJ for UL, so it's kind of thing I had to do, you know what I'm saying? But I liked it, a learning experience, different to different lane, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it, but was something I would just do,
They had a story came out recently that there hasn't been a #1 rap single or album this year so far, for the first time in 30 years. Why do you think that is? Like, do you feel like hip-hop is on a decline?
To be honest, it's not the same no more, bro. Like, even me, like, even the music I listen to, I listen to up-to-date music. I listen to a lot of old stuff. Like, just on my gym, driving, listening. I'd be surprised. I listen to 50 Cent, bro. I listen to, like, Jay-Z. I listen to, like, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne a lot.
So you don't necessarily listen to the shit that you play?
Not at all. I don't listen to none of the shit I play.
Wow. So how do you know the records? Like, because you got to know when to come in. You got to know when to let the song play, to play the part that everybody know, and they going to rap to that bitch. You can kill the music. They going to say the words. How do you be knowing?
I mean, DJing repetitionally so many times. I mean, I be DJing every week.
Right.
So a lot of times that be practice,
just muscle memory.
I've been booked every week for a long time, like, bro. Like, a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every night, maybe one day out the week I'm booked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just practice for me, so just always knowing, blessed to have big crowds, because sometimes DJs don't have big crowds they can practice in front of. A lot of times they develop that, so I'm just blessed to always have a big crowd, come for me and stuff like that sometimes. So I
always say a nigga gonna know what he made of when he got a crowd of 40 people and he kept all 40 in that bitch till 2 in the morning. You a real DJ if you could do that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, look, I feel bad to say this, my last show before I, just decided to stop. It was me and Chill and Alexandra. Yeah. And they might have had about 40 people in there, but I swear to God, they ain't want to leave after 2 o'clock, nigga. All 40. Nothing but space in that bitch. We could have had a foot race in that motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean?
That's a real DJ, though. I like that while DJing in Lux. I did a period of DJing in Lux. The hookah lounge open for about a couple of years. That's why I had that experience, because it's small, kind of pay. hookah lounge, older crowd, they ain't really try to hear all that. They try to chill. I had to develop, you know what I'm saying, that type of style too. So I hear exactly what you're saying.
You play at KOK? Okay, probably different atmosphere. Is it a different atmosphere in there?
Yeah, I always try to create a vibe to where it's like Cool Love get played over there. When I see you, you know what I'm saying, things to make ladies feel comfortable.
Feel good vibe.
See, I always DJ, like I can't always drop when I see you everywhere. Certain environments allow me to play certain songs. I don't know why that is. I don't know if you be having that feeling sometimes with DJ too.
Yeah.
Certain environments let you drop certain songs. So certain like certain places I go, I know I'm gonna play certain things I'm not gonna play here.
Right. Yeah. Now, you'll definitely feel the moment. And what I liked about what you said earlier, this was way earlier in the interview, you basically described reading the room. You say you look over there, you see an auntie over there, you see somebody over there, you kind of know what they into. That kind of gives you almost like a graph of what's in the club right now and where I could go and what I can do and shit like that. DJs that's always looking at their laptop, my brother, you fucking up. You got to look out in that crowd, and you got to make sense.
Phone, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to make sense as to what's out there, because that's gonna tell you what to play, when to play, you know, all that type of shit. So niggas really got to study that, because that's an art. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, playlist selection. You seem to have a knack to know exactly what the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard nobody say, oh man, this nigga was tripping. He was playing this and then he turned around and played that. I hear that about other niggas, but I ain't never heard that about you. You seem to really know strategically where you want to go when you playing. And like you said, you don't create a playlist before the night. So what is the preparation that you do for the night, if any? You don't put yourself in a zone. You don't like.
I mean, I you know, I do my little smoking thing.
No, I don't mean that shit. I'm talking about just mentally, like.
I mean,
it's Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. You not thinking about the party yet?
I don't really. So I be so busy. Like just recently, I just started doing. You know, I drive too now, so I don't really be. I started messing with beats too, so my time be so much onto other things, bro. I don't really have the time to where I get on the computer. It's time to you know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times it be like that, to where it's like I don't really have time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? I just once I get here, I look around and just go from there.
And I'm with you, because like any of them live mixes you ever heard from us, we ain't think about that shit. We just went off the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what about pacing yourself? So like, let's say you get there, the crowd might not get there till about let's say 11:30, 12 o'clock. I done seen other young DJs bust their nut early. They done shot up. They done emptied the whole clip. Ain't nobody in the building. How do you pace yourself? Where do you go whenever it's dead and you see the crowd outside? The line is long as fuck. You know they coming in. You don't want to drop the hits yet. What are you playing before then?
It's like that's when the Lux days kick in for me, in the hookah lounge, setting the vibe, creating the atmosphere right now to be in here. So I'm like DJing Lil Baby, Close Friends, Mrs. Officer, radio type vibes, giving you smooth transitions and shit, letting you just hear smooth and before you get out of hand. You know
like
what I'm saying?
The calm before the storm, per se.
Keep it smooth. Fresh club music. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Relationships in the club. Do they mix? Can you do both? Cause you a poppin' nigga, so I'm so.
Yeah, bro. It been sometimes I have certain things, you know, certain situations, certain things happen, you know, with people. You just can't. It is what it is. I don't feel type of way about them personally. But I just learn to move how I have to move forward, and you know, and learn from my mistakes. I can't. Nobody's perfect. Everybody human, you know.
Right.
I don't try to look at people differently. Business is business, you know.
What's the etiquette for your old lady in the club, in the DJ booth with you? What's the etiquette? What's she supposed to be doing? You know what I mean? What's the etiquette, nigga? How she supposed to be moving in the?
If she's going to the bathroom, she gotta tell me where she going. She can't.
Cause you know, like I know, that shit can fuck with your head while you up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, she could be with her girls and shit, but that can fuck with your head too.
That's a big thing too. That I had to learn. You gotta have. If you gonna have a girl doing this, you gotta have a one that has a strong mind. But you keep messing with dumbos and you a DJ and you popping nigga and all this.
Yeah. Because sometimes, man, look, they want you to get to another level of whatever the fuck going on in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Because for you it's business, but to them it's like it's brand new. They people finally recognizing them because of you. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, and it could turn into something, crazy. You know what I'm saying? I done seen niggas lose their mind behind that shit. So I just had to put it out there to see like how you handle that, because even if it's just somebody you conversating with, that shit can fuck with your head when you're playing. That I always ask that, what's the etiquette? I remember I had Crump Time up here, and I asked him like, how is that supposed to go down? Because it is what it is, man. Some people might want to fuck with your girl just because it's your girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You got spiteful people like that.
Once you got it, now I gotta have it now.
Yeah. I ain't never liked that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But you in this bitch. You at the party with me, nigga.
You a fan.
You a fan like a motherfucker, but you ain't never like a nigga. All right, bet. Yeah, man. Any message you want to put out there to like younger DJs that might be watching this? Get them any advice?
Yeah, bro. Stay determined, man. Don't stop in your craft. Don't stop and let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Let anybody tell you how to run you. Be you, stand for you, create your own lane, create your own everything.
Right.
For real.
Yeah.
Get in this game, a lot of people try to take over you because they see who you are and what you do. So try to always you. Don't be selfish, but you.
Right. And sometimes you have to be selfish because you got a bunch of motherfuckers that just, they wake up every morning looking for a new nigga to use. So you don't want to be a victim, man. Stay on top of your shit and always, listening within to find out who the motherfuckers you don't need to have around you, because you're going to feel it in your stomach first. It's like, something don't feel right about that. Let me ask you this. Have you ever had to turn down a gig?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not talking about turn down because you couldn't do it. Just turn down because you felt like it wasn't, something that you felt like you wanted to be a part of. Let's say it was a promoter that didn't really know what they was quite doing, but they had the money to take care of you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
How do you make those decisions?
You have to just know I always been taught from my mama, all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know that and stand by that. And you gotta know what's good and what's not. A lot of times you got an instinct and you feel it person. I go off energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I'm big on that. So once I feel your energy, I feel like you just not on the type of time that I'm on. You ain't in it for the same thing I'm on, or while I'm doing this.
Right.
I can rock with you. I have certain things I live by, certain morals, even if it's just a party. Just certain things I just have morals with. It's about the respect from you.
What if it's like, it's something that don't really quite fit with the brand? No nigga that I know want a DJ for a party that ain't gonna pop. You can kind of tell based off the flyer. You look at the flyer and it's like, oh shit, who child did this?
Yeah, what's nigga call my phone and say, I want to do this, I want to do that. If you want to pay me, the DJ, I come DJ. But if you trying to get this the right way, I have different prices for certain things. So, for me, if somebody call my phone and say, I want to do this, do that, what you need me for? You know what I'm saying? You want me to DJ? I pull up into DJ. But if you want to do this the right way, I tell you how to change your flyer, push this, push that.
So you consulting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
I've been out here 3-4 years doing this stuff. I've learned a lot, bro. Just from me DJing, being around certain clubs, different people. I've learned a lot.
So what advice would you give a young promoter that's watching this? What would be the first steps you would tell them? They don't know shit about promoting. Give them their first step.
Well, first off, it ain't about social media. There's a lot of people go wrong with it. It ain't about that at all. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? When you leave off of social media, who are you? Personally, when you walk inside of a room, how people feel about you. Your energy. You walk into a room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who are you? What do you create as a person? Like for me, people see me, that's easy, you know what I'm saying? I be smiling, chilling. I might smoke people, you know what I'm saying? But it's never a bad thing to say about me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very positive, team. I always have, people around me that have the same positive energy. So just like try to always create a vibe around you. People always watch who's around you too if you're a promoter. It's another big thing. You know what I'm saying? You hang around a group of people, we don't like the people around you. We don't like you neither.
Hey, so, I know what you're talking about.
It's real shit. So you just gotta watch how you're moving with it. Watch what you're doing. Once you're a promoter, it's not like people watching you, but there is.
Oh no, they definitely watch, especially if you win it. They studying you like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so you just gotta be aware. Fuck that social media. Oh, social media. Stay true to you. You know, stay true to what you're doing in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got away from posting like personal shit. We all have been there. You know what I'm saying? Your girl might be posting some shit, and you sub post her. I stopped doing that shit a long time ago, and my life changed whenever I just started putting up what my passion was, right? And I'm building this Trill.fm shit from the ground up, right? You know what I mean? It started in my living room. You know what I mean? On a laptop. You know, running on the cloud and shit. And then I kept graduating and making it better, upgrading to where I got dudes that I respect that's been in the radio game. I got one guy, he the voice of ESPN Sports Center. And he hit me up and was like, bro, I just got to commend you on what the fuck you got going on, because we ain't ever seen nobody do it like this that wasn't tied to a corporate company or anything like that. Like, you basically taking every aspect of what it is we ever did in radio and you dissected it. So it's a digital pieces to where it's more digestible. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers can, like, we doing this interview. I'm sure you seen other interviews I did. Yeah. Nobody truly knew what the fuck I had going on. I just knew that I wanted to create something that was in a media space that didn't exist. You know, in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The station is just one part of it. The TV station is another part of it. Like, the interviews, you know, interviewing people like you, because I feel like a lot of people, even though they go to these events, they don't necessarily pay attention to who's really keeping this party rocking. And that's the message I want to send out to other promoters. You better take care of y'all DJs, because without them, it's going to be a rough night. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no liquor getting sold. Ain't no bottles getting popped. VIP section dead if the DJ ain't right. So you gotta find a way to take care of your DJs and don't take them for granted. Because I know a lot of niggas that feel like they could just switch them out like a new pair of drawers. It don't work like that. Everybody ain't got what you got in them because they ain't took the time to really nourish that talent. You know what I'm saying? This was a dope interview, bro. Anything you want to talk about before we leave? Like promotion wise, anything you got coming up?
I got a couple questions for you. What made you, like, you knew you was going to end up doing this, what you're doing now, when you was DJing?
So, I'm going to give you a brief history of how all this came to be. So, I started radio at 14. Did that for a long time. Started DJing in the club. Well, I DJed teen dances first. I started throwing my own teen parties in Lake Charles. At the time, I'm a teenager, right? You got a 14-year-old dude on the radio throwing parties for people his age. I had a little crew. We was the hottest thing in Lake Charles. I mean, people still talk about it to this day. Yeah. From there, I started doing these things we do in radio called live remotes. And that's where you pull up in the station vehicle and you on the radio saying, you know, it's going down. All roads lead to blah, blah, blah. People need to come through this and that. While I was in radio, a lot of the older cats didn't want to cut their own commercials. They would just leave me in the production room to do it. Right. So I didn't know what I was doing. But that training, being forced into that position, got me ready for what I'm doing now as far as what you see on the commercial tips. So when you see those flyers, you hear that voice on there, that's me. When you hear that, when you see the editing and all that, my ex-girl got me the editing program way back in 2008. I was just messing around with that shit and figured out a way to implement that with what I was already doing in radio, right? Yeah. And when Instagram hit the scene, it was like I saw an opportunity, like, oh shit, the same shit they getting on the radio, I could do that with visual. So that turned into a thing where another thing that didn't exist, all of a sudden, when people saw it, they wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did that for a long time. Then, you know, I was still DJing in the club. Things didn't go quite good for me DJing wise after Shaker shut down. And I ain't ashamed to say that. That's how the game go. You know what I'm saying? A lot of clubs didn't see the same vision with the three of us, with me, Dope, and Matches together, that I felt like could have carried us for, you know, a lot of years to come. But anyway, that didn't work out. So I was already thinking outside the box, like, what do I want to really do next? So whatever I do, I want to love doing it and have fun doing it. And I want that shit to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to work solely for myself. I don't want to work for nobody else. That thought process didn't come along until right before COVID. And I'm telling you, like, when I say right before, I'm talking about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I did that last show in Alexandria, and I said, I ain't really fucking with the DJing shit no more. I want to go in another direction. I want to create a different path for myself because I felt like the DJing, I was falling out of love with it. Like it wasn't, the clubs wasn't the same. I ain't feel right in there. You know, it ain't feel the same. So when the Trill FM idea came along, it was just the station itself. I'm like, I probably could pull that shit off. I got a lot of radio experience. I know how to build clocks. I know how to do all this. So as I'm doing that, the production side started coming through. And when I tell you I made more money behind this desk than I ever did behind that booth, fuck my head up. Because you know how it is. You thinking, don't nothing get better than this. Brother, the high of being in the crowd and rocking them crowds and this and that, man. Mm-hmm. I was playing myself because I always was the type of dude that wanted to, like you say, please everybody. Mm-hmm. So if I'm dealing with promoters and they like, well, man, you know, how much you want? I was getting $500 a night at Shake. I'm like, well, you know, I know ain't nobody else gonna give me that, right? Because it ain't a guarantee if next year you're gonna have a packed crowd. I love people to see their money at work. So if I can't guarantee you the crowds we had at Shakers, I'm gonna come down on that price. But what would end up happening was I go there to DJ and then they be like, nah, man, we just need you to MC. And that would piss me off because it's like, I ain't just no MC, my nigga. And you can't just stick me with anybody and you're gonna get the same vibe you would get whenever I'm DJing and MCing myself, because I know where I'm about to go with the record. I don't know what this other nigga about to do. And I'm not knocking whoever was in the booth. It just I have better control of the party whenever I got full control. So going through that a couple of times, I say, man, fuck that. I'm about to step away from this shit and I'm about to bet on me. And the production and the Trill FM shit, just all this multimedia shit you seeing going on. This is all shit I've been trained to do over the years because I was dibbling and dabbling in all of it. And I'm one of these people, I don't wait on nobody for nothing. I could do anything I want to do on my own. I'm self-taught, never went to school for none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even with the radio shit, I was getting jobs over niggas who had degrees in this shit, and they was wondering how. In radio, we got these things called a book. And every book period, you'll know if you number 1, number 2, number 3. I ain't never lost a book, my brother. So my radio experience is on a whole nother level. So when you ask what made me want to do it, it was already in me. It just had to find another way to create the outlet and the path. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I stepped away from the club, I was able to be more focused on myself. Before, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? You out there doing favors for people and people taking advantage and shit like that can get to your head. You know what I'm saying? So just being here in this studio, it helps me see a bigger picture of where I want to go in life and what mark I want to leave. So this just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We in year 2 of this Trill FM shit. I can only imagine where I'm going to be in the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to get this interview with you, because people need to know who niggas is. Like, who's really putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? Give niggas they flowers while they here. Because I feel like, man, you and Noel gonna be a problem in the future, my brother. And I can't wait to see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for you niggas. Shout out anybody you want to shout out real quick.
Shit, shout out Noel for one.
Noel,
shout out anybody. Shout out anybody, any youngin', anybody, any female, any male out here, young, trying to get a name for yourself, DJing, rapping, anything. As far as that rapper stuff, y'all hit my DM, any local rappers. I got y'all, ain't nothing. Support everybody. So whatever, I'm going to be honest to you. If it's trash, it's trash. If it's, be honest with you, not in the stuff.
Yeah. That's one thing we didn't talk about, artists bringing you music that you know ain't hitting. You give them advice?
I mean, I be real, but sometimes I be my partners too. So it's like, I be real. Some dudes be nice, but most of the dudes that be nice don't have a work ethic. You know what I'm saying? That's 9 out of 10. So
never get comfortable.
It's hard to find out artists that just got the work ethic, ain't got the lyrics, ain't got the potential. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you. I'm gonna sing you that.
All right, bro. All right.
All right, Jay.